Porcus the Ace is back with a new blue-yellow leader from Starter Deck 13, the Three Brothers. Bringing a unique combination of tempo and generating card advantage, Ace gives you a unique way to play it out ahead and outplay your opponents. And if you're looking to make this Ace your new leader, here's everything you need to know. This new Ace is a 4-life leader that once per turn during your main when you have 2 Dawn attached to him, you can check the top 5 cards of your deck for a character with cost 5 and add it to the top of your life face up. Which on face value feels awesome, like you're literally healing, right? Until you read his end of turn on your turn effect, which forces you to send all face-up cards in your life to the trash. So yeah, we're not really healing here, but, you know, what are we doing with this effect? Well, for starters, we have these little guys. This is young Luffy, Ace, and Sabo, all from Ultra Deck the Three Brothers. They're all 2-cost yellow characters with 2k power and 1k counter, with the ability to trash themselves during your turn to check the top card of your life. If that card is a 5-cost character of the same name, you'll take that card and put it right into play. And if you successfully play a character, your leader will also gain 2k power until the start of your next turn. This means for just 2 Dawn, you can put a 5-cost character into play while also making your leader a big swinger on your opponent and making it hard for your opponent to swing back into it as it remains a 7k base. And with Ace's leader effect, you can easily set up which one you're going to get. So you have multiple little brothers in your hand, you activate Ace first, find out which one you're putting on top, and then bam, play him down, get the value. And while there's no color restriction on the 2-drop characters effect, there's also no blue version of Luffy, Ace, or Sabo that costs 5, at least until OP7 when we get this new Ace. So for now, you're just going to have these 3 guys from the new starter deck, each of them getting a really good additional value though when you're playing it with Ace specifically. First is your 5-cost Luffy. With 6k power and 1k counter, he lets you give it plus 2k power until the start of your next turn, making it an 8k body. But then, if your life is at 1 or more, you draw a card before trashing the top card of your life. This means that every turn you can activate Ace to add a card to the top of your life. Then use Luffy's ability to buff him to 8k while he's attacking on this turn, or being attacked back by your opponents. At the same time, you're turning that card that's face up in your life that would normally go to trash into a brand new card in your hand, basically changing your leader's effect in this instance to be attached to Dawn, check top 5 for a 5-cost, send to the trash, draw a card. Pretty good value, right? There's also this new cost 5 Sabo, who also gets great value from Ace's activated ability. He's a 6k power with 1k counter, with on play, trash the top or bottom card of your life to KO an opponent's character with cost 5 or less. So in blue-yellow Ace, the card you're trashing from Sabo is free. You would lose it anyway from Ace. You got it free from Ace for attaching to Dawn, so you can just play these Sabos straight from your hand to get good value as a 5-cost 6k that removes a body on board, while your leader is still becoming a 7k attacker for the turn. It's pretty gnarly if you haven't done it yet. And of course, it wouldn't be an Ace deck without an aggressive Ace character. This one is a 5-cost 7k power with an on-play ability that checks to see if you have 2 or less life. And if you do, it'll gain rush for the turn, making it a great way to end the game or stabilize on board through combat without wasting more life. You also have another great life manipulation card in OPTCG's Hiyori, a 2-cost 0-power character with 2k counter that on play makes you take the top or bottom card from your life. Then you can put up to 1 card from your hand on top of your life. So not only can you use Hiyori to set up 5-cost brothers in life, or set up a trigger like any other yellow deck, but you can also use Hiyori to take the face-up card of your deck that Ace searched back into your hand, and then replacing it with a new face-down life card that won't be sent to your trash at end of turn. Meaning you actually just healed the card. I mean, you can activate Ace, get a Satori, which wouldn't have the opportunity to trigger, but play Hiyori, putting the Satori back in the hand, then sending it back face down on top of your life. Your opponent doesn't really know if it's a Satori, but now it could trigger. But of course, you can play all the other great triggers from yellow and blue that exist in this game, like OPO5's Amaru, which acts as a great finisher or life extender when you put it back in life. There's also Elthor, which can be defensively used in hand, or as a KO trigger in life. And because we're playing a more longer game with Yellow-Blue Ace, we're trying to combo 2-cost leader activations with other cards, which takes a lot of Dawn, you could play some really good value blue cards, like Sanji's Peel-Off or 3000 Worlds. And while Red Rock is always a great card on its own, I have found you want to be maximizing your ability to take multiple Dawn actions in a turn with this deck, and the 6 cost has made it a little bit hard to play at times. But with Ace's ability, we want more than just the 12 copies of our 5-cost brothers to get off its activation. We want to make sure we're hitting it every single time, whether it's setting up for the small guys or setting up for paying life activation. So, what are some of our 5 drops we're looking to play? Of course, we previously mentioned OPO5 Satori, but there's also OPO6's Suru, a 5-cost 4K power with 2K counter, and on play, trash 2 cards from your hand, and your opponent has to return one of their characters to their hand. There's also ST13's Yamato, a 5-cost 4K power with 2K counter and rush, as well as on play, look at your life cards. Place one of the cards on top of your deck, then return your life cards in your desired order, giving you instant ability to press your board with the rush, while also setting up your life for multiple turns with full information. Plus, it's another way to convert your ace activations. You activate ace, put a face-up card on your life that costs 5, play Yamato, put the exact card you just got back on top of your deck, setting it up for the next turn while having full information of your life. You can also lean into some more unique tools from ST13 like Edward Newgate, a 6-cost 7K power character with 1K counter, and on play, add the top card of your deck to your life. Look at your life cards, then put one on top of your deck and return the rest of them in any order you like. And notably with all these rearranging effects from Edward Newgate and Yamato, when you rearrange the life, cards that are already face down remain face down, but cards that are face up also remain face up, so they will still go to the trash at end of turn due to Ace's ability, and there's a bunch of other really unique rulings when it comes to the life manipulation going on with this deck and all the new cards from ST13. I linked the Q&A for this deck in the description down below. You should definitely check it out. They're really complicated at times, not necessarily the most intuitive, and so if you don't want to get blown out, you should definitely give them a quick read. But someone who can flip life face down is this 7-cost Shanks. With a 7K power body, he also comes with the on-play ability to flip one of your face-up life cards face down. Then, if your opponent has 7 or more cards in hand, send up to 1 card from the top of their life to trash. And this isn't damage, so there's no trigger they can activate. You're just straight up hitting them for a life without the value of getting trigger or having it in hand to execute. Why did I say execute? This isn't Mega Man Battle Network. Without the ability to play it. The most important thing to remember is that Ace is a mid-range tempo-y deck. It wants to get into that middle of the game to late game area to really execute its plays. But in general, it has the ability to play fast or slow. So as a mid-range deck, you want to make sure you're playing a little bit slower than the aggressive deck if they're trying to go fast to win, and a little bit faster than the control deck that might be trying to slow down the game to win. And if you're looking for a place to start, here's a list that took first place in a 130-person 3-on-3 event at the Monzi CS in Japan. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys plan on playing with this Ace deck. There's tons of spicy text you can really include, so I want to know what cards you're most excited to play. And if you're looking for guides on the other leaders from ST13 The Three Brothers, or some more fun One Piece content, please make sure to subscribe and check out the channel.